BarbacoaCore.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the BarbacoaCore Podcast. I am your host, Patrick Huerta. Hopefully you enjoyed your long weekend. You know, the Labor Day weekend is this weekend, and a lot of people are out and about, you know, like there's no such thing as a, COVID or coronavirus, you know. They just call timeout. Everybody just said timeout. It's the holiday. It's a 3-day weekend. Let's gather up. Let's just pack it out, man. Let's just pack out the streets. Let's go out, not give a fuck. We'll use hand sanitizer. Just use hand sanitizer. You know, we could share hand sanitizers. You don't have a mask? Here, borrow my mask, because I know that the restaurant won't let you walk around unless you have your mask on and stuff. I've actually seen somebody do that. They shared a mask. Adult mature adult women sharing masks, because like how restaurants have it now. And I mean, y'all know this. If you're at your table, you don't have to wear a mask, right? Which is fine. You know, you got to eat, you got to drink, you know, I guess. You're at a restaurant. That's what you're there to do. When you get up and walk around, like say you have to go to the bathroom or you have to go inside the restaurant, if you were seated outside, you know, which is my preference. I always was so anti-sit outside. In San Antonio, in hot summer times, heat, humidity, why the fuck do I want to be outside? And now I'm like, can we sit outside? I know it's 100 degrees, but hey, let's go outside and stuff. But yeah, man, so many people just not giving a fuck. And I wish I had that mentality, just to not give a fuck. But it's cool, man. I mean, it's a long weekend. What else are you supposed to do? Stay home? You know, stay away from people? Come on, you know, that's not gonna happen. You know, you gotta enjoy the time on Earth while you have it. So hopefully you enjoyed it as safely as possible. I don't want nobody to get sick. I don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody. And I just wish that everybody had that kind of mentality of just like, hey, let's just chill the fuck out. Because the longer that we don't chill the fuck out, the longer we're gonna have to chill the fuck out. If that makes any fucking type of sense. So yeah, for some of y'all, it's been like a long weekend. For me, it's been the long week. I took the whole week off. It's my birthday week. Another one, and so usually I do take a couple of days off from my birthday, because I don't really like going to work on my birthday. But I just decided, you know, since time's adding up and it's either use it or lose it type of situation with my employer, I was like, let me just take the week off, you know, and do nothing. And that's exactly what I did, and it was so fucking amazing. I mean, there were some things that I wanted to do and some things I didn't want to do this week, you know. It started off rough, you know. Friday, the last day of work, like a week ago. They're switching out our computers, that my employer switching our computers for laptops, you know, which is cool, you know, whatever. They want to start doing Zoom meetings. They want to start seeing us, and I'm just like, yikes. So they're doing this whole transformation, this whole migration from desktops to laptops and all that stuff. And they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me that my migration date, my switch date, whatever, was going to be Friday. And so Friday morning, I get a call from poor guy. I felt so bad for him. They contracted some people to do the pickup and deliveries, you know, to do the switch outs. You know, it wasn't somebody who directly with my company. It was a third party that was involved. And he called me up and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna be there in 20 minutes to pick up the computer and to give you your laptop." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I no, like that's today. Nobody told me. What are you doing? What do you mean? What's going on? And I was just freaking out. I don't like change. I don't adjust well to change, and I know that's really bad. And it's nobody's fault but mine. But I need, I don't like surprises. I need some type of a ramp up period where I know change is going to happen. So I didn't know that it was happening that Friday. I was just looking forward to having a chill Friday before my long birthday week, vacation week. You know, no problems. Let's end it strong and let's have a good Friday and enjoy the rest of our vacation. And then that happened Friday morning, and I was just so mad at that guy. And I was like, who told you? Who sent you? Who, let me speak to your manager and all that stuff. And then he's like, yo, dude, I don't know. You're just on the list. I'm going to be there in 20 minutes. I'm just letting you know. I was like, okay, cool. But nobody told me. Nobody warned me about that, which really sucks. And then, and I'm very OCD when it comes to my workstation, my work setup. And, so I have 2 monitors, and now I have a laptop. So there's 3 monitors, 2 identical monitors going on, and I'm trying to get situated, and I'm just, I can't relax. I can't settle in, and it's bugging me, and it's affecting my work, and it's affecting my day. And I'm just like, I fucking hate this place. I'm gonna quit my job. Fuck this, fuck that, blah blah blah. And finally, the day was over, and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking deal with this shit. I'm off for the week. I don't give a fuck. So I unplugged everything. I just put everything in the corner, and I was like, out of sight, out of mind. And I still haven't fucked with it. I got one more day left of vacation. Got one more vacation day, and then I get to go back to the real world, and I need to figure out what that's gonna be. And now, now we're gonna start doing Zoom meetings for work. So I gotta get dressed, like, which is such a bummer. I mean, why work from home if you gotta get dressed? Like, if I get that, people say, like, even though you don't have anywhere to go, get up, get dressed, as if you're gonna attack the day, as if you're gonna accomplish things that day. And I'm just like, you're just making more laundry. You're just adding more laundry, because you got dirty clothes, and so, like, I keep it simple. I keep it real simple. I change out my underwear, FYI. But I usually wear the same basketball shorts. Shirts optional. Tops are optional. I like to keep it loose. It's just fun. I'm taking full advantage of the work at home situation, and if that means tops or no tops, I'm going no tops 90% of the time. We have conference calls, and for some reason, even though those weren't on video, I would always like, let me put a shirt on so I sound more professional. Do I sound like I have a shirt on right now? You tell me. But now we're gonna start doing Zoom meetings, and hopefully they give us a warning about that. So it's not like, hey, see you on Zoom in 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, no, I gotta iron my basketball shorts. And so things are changing in the work situation, all for the best, but whatever. But I left that last Friday. I left that there. Haven't thought about it until right now. And now I need to adjust my work situation because I haven't got everything situated with. Now I have the 2 monitors and the laptop, and it's just more clutter, more stuff. So it's gonna be fun. A new adjustments. I don't adjust well, but I gave myself a vacation to lead into the new workstation adjustments that I need to make, and it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine with it. I'm just complaining about it to complain about it. It is whatever. And then, so Monday was my official first day of vacation, and I was like, man, let's go day drinking in the pool and do all that good stuff. But no, we had to take the wife's dog to the vet. We had to take him to the vet, Apparently, like, we take him to this groomer, or my wife takes him to the groomer, and these dogs, they're supposed to get their anal glands expressed, which I don't really understand what that is. How do you express an anal gland? Like, what does expressing anal glands mean? Can I have one? Does that happen to me? Will I feel better? Is that like what is it called? The where you put water in your butt. Is that a source of happiness? Does that work for the dog? Does he feel better? Does he enjoy that? You know, and but yeah. So this one, and I'm not gonna shout them out because it could not be their fault. Could be their fault. I don't know. But every time we take him to this one dog groomers to get his anal glands expressed, something happens back there. You know, like he'll get like an infection or it starts getting weird looking back there. And my wife's the one that noticed it, you know, because like I don't look at the dog's butthole, you know. I respect my homie's privacy, you know. And then he kept trying to like attack it, like eat at it and stuff, which was hella gross. So we put a cone on him, and but yeah. So a couple days later, he was having issues with that, and then the Sunday night, she's like, "Oh, we really need to take him to the vet." I'm like, "Cool, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do on my first day of vacation is to go drop like $400 at the vet, you know." And so we took him thinking it'll be an in and out thing. And since he's had that situation before, like, oh, they'll just give him some medicines, in and out. And then we'll go day drinking in the pool and enjoy the rest of the day. But no, we were at the vet for like, man, it seemed like all day. I think we left the apartment around like noon. And we didn't get back to like 4, close to 5 o'clock. Like they just had like a long wait situation, and then it was a crowded place, and everybody's like has to wait in their own car, so they checking on the phone, and I'm not even sure they got everybody in the right order, you know, but they had to do that, and dropped a lot of money on that anal gland accident, that expressing your anal glands. And I'm just like, you know what, whatever medicines that they give them, can you just double up, because my butthole's kind of wacky too, and I don't know if I need to be expressed. But yeah, dog's feeling better. Thankfully, he's back to his playful self. He was a little down and whatever dogs get when they're not happy, and so he's doing better, which good for him. It just kind of sucks that our day was wasted, or my day was wasted like that. So that was vacation day 1. Boom, gone. Wasted. Wednesday did a whole lot of nothing, which is all I wanted to do this week. Whole lot of nothing, which was good. And then during the week we started watching, because Cobra Kai got put onto Netflix, so the wife and I binge watched that. It's pretty good. The writing was all right. The acting was, it is what it is. It started off as like a YouTube a premium show, and it had YouTube premium energy, for sure. YouTube premium energy as far as the show goes, but it's on Netflix now, and it's a great thing, and everybody's all talking about it now. It was weird because they made Daniel LaRusso look like sort of an asshole at times of it, and which was very Karate Kid 3 Daniel LaRusso. If you remember that one, he was a real dick. He turned into a real dick. Of course, he turned around at the end, because that's how movies work. He learned his lesson. He apologized to Mr. Miyagi and all that stuff. But he had real asshole dick energy. And he had that in the Cobra Kai series. What's weird is that, because we ran back all the movies. Actually, the night of my birthday, we just watched Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. And Daniel always had this pattern of picking. He was real bad at love. Didn't pick the right chicks. Didn't work out. He was actually the first one to teach him about being friend zone, part 3, where he got friend zone with that chick, but they still went out, they still hung out, which was like, why do you do that? You don't need to be friends with him if it's not going to go anywhere. But anyway, and so it was weird how Cobra Kai, he just had like this perfect marriage. Like it would have been true to the storyline if they said that he was, twice divorced, or he had, stepkids and all that stuff. I mean, like, did these people from the writers of Cobra Kai, did they even watch Karate Kid? Do they even know who the Daniel LaRusso, who he really is when he came to the ladies? I mean, he was bad in love. He was bad at it. He picked the wrong people. You know, he was out of his league. And then he picked girls that, they finally just, oh, I got a better offer. I'm going to just stay here in Okinawa and not come home with you. Even though, we really love each other. We did that whole tea ceremony thing. But, oh, I got a job. And, yeah, you're just going to never see me again. And, oh, yeah, we could go out for a date and you could buy me all this stuff. But just so you know, I'm going to move back home with my boyfriend and all that good stuff. But yeah, for him to not have any of those girl issues in his life, which it was like so not part of, like it's not real. That you see him as twice divorced, thrice divorced, maybe a couple of different baby mamas, maybe a stepdad situation. But no, they wrote him, beautiful wife, I guess, one-time wife. She's a partner in his car dealership. 2 kids, which are both fucking really fucking stupid, spoiled assholes, and yeah, I just didn't buy it. I was like, this is not true. He would have made so many more bad decisions when it came to picking females, and so on that point, the Cobra Kai thing just didn't sit well with me. I was like, come on, like, where's the love lost? Where's the heartache? Because that was his pattern. And you could say, oh, well, he learned. No, man. Like, once you're set in that pattern, that was who he was. He picked the wrong girl. He chased the wrong girl. He gave his love away. He was eager to fall in love real quick, So you could only imagine that he would have had, a couple of divorces. I'm just saying, that could have been a storyline that they would have ran with, but whatever. Or maybe he does have some kids that he doesn't, pay child support on. He did have that mentality. I'm rich now. Fuck my past life. This is my new life, and I'm just gonna. This is all I care about. Yeah, the kids and the wife and the girl that I got knocked up before, they don't matter. This is the life that I'm choosing. This is what I'm going to run with now. And that would have been like, okay, add that in there. Because they didn't mind in Cobra Kai, they didn't mind making him look like the asshole from time to time. So just go full asshole and just go full like modern times. Like, oh, he had a side family. He had a whole family before this. Or he had a couple of kids on the side, some baby mama drama, something, man. I just didn't. Yeah, it was just too didn't make sense to me. Other than that, pretty good. There's gonna be a season 3. I'll definitely check that one out if it's on Netflix. Hopefully, it comes with Netflix energy. Now that they know that they have a Netflix home, hopefully they bring that Netflix energy and leave that YouTube Prime, energy or vibe in the past. It started off very YouTube Primey, very weak in the acting, very like obvious. So hopefully the next one's going to be a little bit better with the whole Netflix backing them on this one and stuff. Another one that we checked out, it's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. It's the Binge movie. The Binge movie. It's kind of the same idea of The Purge, but instead of you purge for lawless purge, no punishment, no consequences for purging for 24 hours. Is it 12 or 24 hours? Anyway, well, the binge is exactly what it sounds like. You could party, everything's legal. Anybody could get down with it. I think it's anybody. We're probably like 18 and up. I guess they have to do that, whatever. But all drugs are, legal. Everything's legal. There's no, consequences. There's no law. Everything's on board. Pills, cocaine, weed, alcohol. Obviously alcohol. But like, boom, drunk driving. I think it's fine. I think that was okay. Again, it's a silly movie. It's a silly movie like that. Who's that guy? Vince Vaughn. movie. He plays El Pantera, which is like the hardcore party guy that you find out at the end. Spoiler alert! It's a good movie. It's not the best, but it is a good just waste away the time. I think it's like 2 hours. But it's pretty cool. But it was funny, like they have like this hardcore party scene, right? This hardcore party scene with all these like neon lights and party lights and black lights and all this stuff. So everything's all lit up and colored and all this stuff. And reminding me of when I did the production of Madame Butterfly. I did the opera production of Madame Butterfly. I was assistant stage manager. And on this production, it was directed by Q of Star Trek. And I don't know if we have any Star Trek fans who listen to the pod. It doesn't matter. But so Q, what is his name? John Delancey. John Delancey, who played Q, and made a lot of money in that realm, in that science fiction type of realm. Books and plays and speeches, all about Star Trek, all about that world, the sci-fi world. So he was picked to direct the opera Madame Butterfly. And of course he said, we're going to keep everything the same. The storyline's going to be the same. We're just going to set it in the future. In space, time, galaxy, whatever the fucks. So it's Madame Butterfly in space, pretty much, okay? And so in the Madame Butterfly, it's Madame Butterfly on its own is a great opera. And I'm not a real big fan of opera, or at least I wasn't until I started working on those productions. And out of all like the 12 productions that I've done of opera, 10 or 12 productions that I've done of opera, Madame Butterfly, hands down, my favorite. And I thought the concept was kind of cool, Madame Butterfly in space. So anyway, so we had to create this party scene. It was this party scene, just like Binge, and that's what reminded me of that. The party scene in Binge reminded me of that because it was all set up with lights and glow in the dark stuff and flashes and all this stuff. So we actually had a production lunch meeting about party favors. What kind of drugs would they be doing in Madame Butterfly in space, And so we're just throwing out, the obvious stuff, drinks and alcohol, and we have people shooting up little light needles into their veins and doing all this stuff. And so a lot of these ideas, we're all, it's the prop team, it's the stage manager, it's the director, it's the, there's a few of us in this meeting, and we're all just throwing out ideas, right? And so me and the prop guy, we kept coming up with different stuff, and he was like, oh yeah, I like that. The director was like, oh yeah, I like that. And so we bring in all the cast and the crew and all that stuff, and the supporting actors or the supporting singers, and he starts introducing all these party drugs, these party things to them, and he, like, everything that I created, and it's just like I put like glow in the dark ball in this little tube, this light tube, and you have to ring it up back and forth, and it lights up as the ball rolls to you, and when the ball gets to you, you just act like you just boom, did a hit, like a bong hit, an air bong hit, water bong hit, whatever. And so he's explaining all this stuff, and he's like, well, and I created this, and then, well, I created this one. And I was just like, what the fuck? We created that. That's my idea right there. I came up with that right there. That move right there, I created that. But he kept saying, and then I thought of this, and this is one that I created. And I was mad for a little bit. It's not like I was going to get a bonus, a party drug creator bonus or a credit or nothing like that. I was like, what? You create? I created that. That's my baby. And it's funny because, like, so the stage manager is taking notes. He kept telling me, okay, what do you call that? What do you call that one right there? I was like, I don't know. Fucking ask him. I got so mad. I was really bitter about it. But everything, the party scene came out really cool. I mean, like, we knew what was going on, and people were just like fucking tripping out and like taking hits of these glow balls. Our acting as if they were taking hits off these just flash of lights or balls that glow and just ooh and OD and all that good stuff. And when I saw the Binge, it brought me all back to that, and I just started fucking laughing because I was legit mad that he stole my idea. I was like, those were my ideas, those were my props, those were my party favors. And he's like, I created this, I created that. But it all didn't matter. It was his production. I mean, I guess that's the idea. I mean, he's gonna get the credit for it anyway, you know. But I got so because he was like, "Oh, that's great. Oh, that's such a great idea." And one thing, like, if somebody tells me that's a great idea, like, that's a dopamine trip. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you really fucking like my thoughts." And so he was like, "Oh, that's great. That's great. We're gonna use that. We're gonna do that. Yeah, that's so." And of course, my dopamine, my serotonin is like, bing, 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 bing. And so happy, so proud of myself. Like, I created fucking fake drugs. I created fake drugs. Yay. And then, and then he just took it from me. He took my ideas from me and made it as if they were his own. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, no, whatever. I'm not really into drugs now. You know, I'm more of a drinker. I'm a majority. A lot of my time is spent drinking and stuff, but I got into that stuff pretty early, you know, which is probably why I'm not into it now. I kind of like got played out for it, and the stuff that is now is so strong. You never know with me. You never know how I'm gonna react to it. So I just say no. I just say no. But I remember when I got into weed. I started smoking really young, like middle school, and it was just the people that I was hanging out with. And I remember the first time getting caught smoking weed. My father, who was part-time at that time, you know, he went from full-time to part-time to just no call, no show. And so he was part-time at this time, and he was trying to get mad at me. You know, don't be an idiot. You're not an idiot. Only idiots smoke dope. And I was like, I didn't smoke dope, idiot. I smoked weed, stupid. Because I didn't know what the difference was. I really thought weed was weed and dope was dope. I didn't know what dope was. The thing was, my parents never talked to me about drugs. So I didn't know that there was difference or that dope was weed. And so when he was like getting after me, and like I had that whole attitude, like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know, like, you barely show up and as it is. And so he's like, you're an idiot for smoking dope. And I was like, I didn't smoke dope, stupid. I smoked weed. Yeah. You know, and I stood by that. I said that like so confident. Like, I didn't do dope, stupid. And, you know, because, again, they never talked to me about drugs. They didn't tell me the whole, you know, I never got the drug talk from them, you know. Like, when a mommy weed loves a daddy dope, they love each other very much. You know, that whole talk about drugs and what drugs are. But I remember that. And, like, he just went, oh. I remember it was, and that's probably why he never showed up. He's like, this guy, these kids don't respect me. They keep calling me idiot. Well, if you showed up more, I probably wouldn't have called you idiot. I probably would have had more respect for you if you kept showing up. But you decided to dip out, and now I smoke dope. Well, then I don't do it now. It's just too strong. Yeah, so good week, good vacation week, my birthday week, another one, old as fuck. But thanks for listening. You can follow me, and I'm working on a new podcast with some buddies of mine. I think it's called TLDL. That too long, don't listen. Didn't listen, don't listen, something like that. Just with some buddies of mine, we have a pilot episode that might be posted out pretty soon. Really fun. I just like hanging out with those guys, with Joey Smith and Justin Byers and Brendan Potter and myself. And so that might be coming out pretty soon. But other than that, it's just going to be the BarbacoaCore Podcast, Patcast. And so, yeah, you'll follow me on social media at your homie Pat, Facebook. I'm there. Thank you very much for listening. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And then I'll just check y'all next week. All right, laters.